A new signal has just been detected from Proxima Centauri. At first, astronomers thought it was just another burst of cosmic noise, a meaningless blip in the endless chatter of the universe. But as the data poured in, one thing became clear. This was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It wasn't a random fluctuation, nor was it interference from Earth. The signal was precise. It had structure. And most astonishing of all, it seemed to be coming from a region near Proxima Centauri b, a planet eerily similar to Earth. The realization sent shockwaves through NASA's Deep Space Monitoring team, hidden away in a control room filled with blinking screens and scrolling. Data? One scientist leaned closer to his monitor, his breath catching in his throat. The signal had a pattern, something too deliberate to be natural. The last time scientists encountered an anomaly like this was during the famous WOW signal incident decades ago. But this was different. This one was coming from the closest exoplanetary system to our own, just 4.2 light-years away. If there was ever a place to find extraterrestrial life, this was it. NASA's latest deep space probe, a cutting-edge spacecraft equipped with the most advanced instruments, ever sent beyond the solar system, had been silently drifting near Proxima Centauri, gathering data. It was part of a bold new mission, one designed to answer a question humanity has been asking for centuries. Are we alone? The probe had been listening, scanning for any signs of activity, when suddenly the signal arrived. A rhythmic pulse, repeating in a way that defied all known astrophysical phenomena. As the data was relayed back to Earth, researchers scrambled to decode it. At first, theories flew across the room. Could it be a naturally occurring radio burst from Proxima Centauri itself? A magnetic storm? A cosmic mirage? But the more they analyzed, the more unsettling it became. This wasn't a burst. It wasn't random. The signal carried a pattern, something that hinted at intelligence, something artificial. The discovery ignited a frenzy across the scientific community. Government agencies, private space firms, and even amateur astronomers began pointing their instruments toward Proxima Centauri, hoping to catch a glimpse of whatever was sending this transmission. The world was on edge. If this was truly a message, then who or what was trying to contact us? Then something even stranger happened. The probe's onboard cameras, designed to capture high-resolution images of exoplanets, detected a faint but distinct flash coming from the direction of Proxima Centauri b. It wasn't a star. It wasn't a known celestial object. It was something else, something that seemed to be moving. As images were enhanced and analyzed, scientists could hardly believe what they were seeing. A structure, not a natural formation, not an asteroid, but something that appeared constructed. It was faint, distant, and blurred by cosmic radiation, but the shape was unmistakable. Could it be a spacecraft? A beacon? A long-lost relic of an ancient civilization? The implications were staggering. If this was indeed an artificial structure, then humanity had just made the most important discovery in history. But there was one major problem. The signal was changing. It was shifting in a way that suggested movement. Whatever was out there, it wasn't stationary. It was doing something. Back on Earth, had they scared it away? Had it completed its transmission? Or was this just the beginning of something far bigger than we could ever imagine? For now, the world waits, eyes locked on Proxima Centauri, wondering if or when the signal will return. It all began on a quiet evening at NASA's Deep Space Network facility. Scientists were running routine scans of nearby exoplanets when an alert flashed on their screens, an anomaly detected near Proxima Centauri. At first, they assumed it was just another burst of cosmic radiation, a routine blip in the endless hum of the universe. But as they examined the data, their excitement quickly turned to disbelief. The signal wasn't random static. It had a pattern, structured pulses, repeating at precise intervals. To put this into perspective, imagine you're tuning a radio and suddenly hear a steady rhythmic beat cutting through the noise, one that shouldn't be there. That's exactly what happened. The signal had an unmistakable structure, something that defied natural astrophysical explanations. It wasn't a rogue burst from a collapsing star. It wasn't interference from Earth. It was something else, something deliberate. The signal was first picked up by NASA's state-of-the-art space probe, Sentinel-9, a revolutionary spacecraft designed to scan exoplanets for biosignatures. Sentinel-9 had been orbiting the outer edges of Proxima Centauri b, collecting data on its thin atmosphere and potential for life. It wasn't even looking for signals. But when its ultra-sensitive instruments detected an unusual radio burst, everything changed. The probe relayed the data back to Earth, where researchers pored over the numbers. The signal wasn't just strong, it was impossibly precise, following a mathematical pattern that suggested intelligence. Scientists at the SETI Institute were immediately brought in. They cross-checked the findings against every known cosmic source, pulsars, quasars, black hole emissions, but nothing matched. Then, something even stranger happened. As the signal repeated, it began shifting in a way that suggested movement. It was almost as if something was responding. To truly grasp the magnitude of this discovery, we need to break down what makes this signal so extraordinary. Space is filled with natural radio waves. Pulsars emit steady, rhythmic signals as they spin. Black holes release bursts of high-energy radiation, and even planets like Jupiter produce powerful radio emissions. But what Sentinel-9 picked up near Proxima Centauri b was different. It wasn't random, and it didn't match any known astrophysical process. Think of it like this. If you're walking through a forest, you expect to hear the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, maybe the distant sound of flowing water. But imagine you suddenly hear a perfectly repeated pattern, like the distinct chime of a doorbell. That's the kind of anomaly Sentinel-9 detected. The signal had structure, as if it had been deliberately crafted rather than naturally formed. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory JPL and researchers at the European Space Agency, ESA, quickly got involved, using powerful radio telescopes like the Very Large Array in New Mexico and the Parkes Observatory in Australia to verify the signal. The same pattern appeared again, confirming it wasn't a one-time glitch. But here's where things get even. More bizarre, the signal exhibited something called Doppler shifting. The Doppler effect is what happens when a sound or wave changes frequency depending on movement. Imagine an ambulance siren. It sounds higher-pitched as it approaches and lower as it moves away. The fact that this signal was shifting meant that whatever was transmitting it wasn't stationary. It was moving. But moving how? Was it orbiting? Proxima Centauri b? Was it drifting through space on its own? Or, most unsettling of all, was it actively adjusting its position? Scientists ran simulations and found that the shifting pattern suggested a controlled trajectory rather than random drift. This was something under motion, potentially intentional motion. If that weren't enough, further analysis revealed another, shocking detail. The signal wasn't just a single frequency. It contained multiple bands of information, almost like an encoded message. This wasn't the kind of transmission a natural phenomenon would produce. It was structured, layered, and perhaps designed to be understood. But by whom or what? This discovery changes everything. For decades, astronomers have scanned the cosmos, searching for any sign that we are not alone. We've intercepted strange radio signals before, like the famous WOW signal in 1977, but none have ever been repeated, none have ever carried the unmistakable structure of intelligence. Until now. If this transmission from Proxima Centauri b is truly artificial, then humanity may have just received the first, undeniable proof that intelligent life exists beyond Earth. The implications are staggering. If there is someone or something capable of sending a signal across interstellar distances, then what else might they be capable of? Are they trying to communicate? Are they observing us? Or is this something else entirely? A warning, a beacon? A relic from an ancient civilization that once existed near Proxima Centauri? And then there's the question of what comes next. NASA, along with the European Space Agency and private space firms like SpaceX, is already developing the next generation of spacecraft. Vehicles that could one day take us beyond our solar system. What if this discovery accelerates those plans? What if, instead of waiting, humanity takes the first step toward making contact? Could we send a direct reply? Would we risk the unknown to venture closer? But there's also the possibility that we are not the intended recipients of this signal. What if it wasn't meant for us at all? What if we've just eavesdropped on something far bigger than we could ever comprehend? If there's one thing we've learned from history, it's that first contact, whether between civilizations on Earth or across the stars, can be unpredictable and sometimes dangerous. For now, the world watches and waits. Scientists are continuing to analyze the signal, searching for hidden patterns, meaning, answers. But one thing is certain, the universe just got a lot more mysterious, and whatever is out there might already know we're listening. Then, just as scientists were beginning to piece together the mystery, something even more astonishing. Prime numbers are often considered the mathematical fingerprint of intelligence, because they don't occur naturally in the same way other numerical patterns do. This wasn't just a random broadcast, this was a message, but from whom, and for what purpose? One theory suggests that we could be looking at the remnants of an ancient extraterrestrial civilization. Some researchers have long speculated that advanced beings, if they existed, might leave behind beacons, automated signals meant to outlive their creators, broadcasting their existence to the cosmos. Could this be one of them? A last transmission from a long-dead species, warning future explorers of what lies ahead? Another, more unsettling theory. What if this isn't a beacon at all? What if this is an active transmission, coming from something or someone still out there? Some scientists believe that if an advanced civilization exists near Proxima Centauri, it might be watching us just as we are watching them. Could this signal be their way of reaching out? Or could it be something else entirely? An invitation? Or even a warning? And then, there's the most chilling possibility of all. What if this isn't just a signal? What if it's a response? For years, we have been sending our own messages into the void, beaming radio waves, broadcasting our presence, hoping that someone, somewhere, might hear us. But what if we weren't the first to listen? What if something has been waiting, and now it's answering back? The signal continues to puzzle scientists, its meaning still unclear. But one thing is certain. This could be the biggest discovery in human history. And if this is only the beginning, what comes next? For now, the mystery remains unsolved. Scientists continue to analyze the data, searching for hidden patterns, deeper meanings, and, hopefully, answers. But one thing is certain. The universe just became far more intriguing and perhaps far less lonely. If this signal is truly the work of an intelligent civilization, then we are standing on the edge of a discovery that could redefine our place in the cosmos. But what do you think? Could this be proof of extraterrestrial life? A message from a long-lost civilization? Or is there another explanation we haven't even considered yet? Let me know your theories in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most thrilling space mysteries of our time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the latest discoveries from across the universe. Who knows? The next big revelation might be even more mind-blowing than this one. Until then, keep watching the skies, because something might be watching us back.